In the spirit of the Golden Empire. Now, from Kern Golden Empire Television, 17 News at Sunrise.
And for the kids as well.
That's right. And our next guest, Dr. Corey Gonzales, will have some tips on making the transition a little bit easier for your kids. That's next.
If you have any kind of...
Garces is going back today. A lot of schools going back, if not this week, upcoming week, the week after that. Corey Gonzales, Dr. Corey Gonzales, in with us this morning to talk about getting over those first day jitters. Good morning to you this morning.
Good morning, Kiyoshi. How are you? I'm
good. It's time for adjusting, right? And the idea is to prepare, because if you prepare, it makes it a little less hectic that first day.
Absolutely. And it's normal to have a little bit of anxiety or stress when it comes back to school, but there's things parents can do to help them prepare. Things such as going to the campus, looking around, look at their schedule, reviewing it, go in their locker for the first time. But also the first week before school, maybe adjust their bed schedule a little bit, go to bed a little bit earlier, wake up a little bit earlier so it's not as drastic of a change when you start school, and help them to get organized. You know, get their binder, their school supplies, their backpack together, and talk about their schedule for lunches, a place and a time to study, and a place that you're not going to be distracted is really important for studying.
Okay, I think that was the first bit of information we were just going to put on your screen. So getting the school supplies is one of the big things. It's kind of fun to shop with your kids, right, and get that all done. And it also kind of gets them used to what they need and what they have. The locker is one of those big ones because I think I was petrified. I was going to forget my locker combination when I was in junior high school. So that's one of the things. But also parents need to think about their own mentality, right, and their own mindset, because your anxiety will rub off on your kids.
Absolutely, Kiyoshi. You have to be enthusiastic about it and keep your own anxiety in check. We all have feelings about going back to school, but how the parents feel about it will affect the kids. So be enthusiastic and excited about it, and sit down and talk about goals with them. Academic goals, you know, social activity goals, sports goals, and maybe even come up with a reward system is a good idea.
Okay, so setting that schedule and being happy for them. Don't be as nervous, because they'll catch on to that nerve system as well as you are. And one of the other things is also talking to your kids about coping strategies, you know, ways that you can get over that first day fear, right, once they're already there.
Right. You don't want to promote avoidance. Your job is to help prepare them for the world. In the real world, there's going to be challenges and changes. So you instill confidence in their ability to cope with these new challenges and changes. And, you know, a good idea, Kiyoshi, is the first week, maybe put aside a little time to check in with them and see how they're doing with this big adjustment is always a good idea.
And also, of course, you know, just getting ready for the homework assignments, things like that, and figuring out where your kid's schedule is, right, along the course.
Right.
Anything different, though, for high school students? I mean, this seems very kind of tailored specifically to the younger set. High school students, I feel like, have kind of a different pressure nowadays. They've got Facebook. They've got, you know, when you're the freshman, you feel like you're going to get hazed, you know, those kind of words. Anything different that high school students, parents of high school students can do? Yeah,
and I think going into your freshman year to address their security needs, make sure they're feeling comfortable with that hazing process and how they'll cope and go in their locker. A lot of times, the first time they have a locker is in high school. So, yeah, taking them through that time, addressing their fears and concerns, but talking to the child about what their concerns are, not just projecting your own fears.
Being engaged as a parent.
Absolutely.
Can't overscore that as much. Dr. Corey Gonzales, as always, thanks so much for coming in. Hopefully his kids getting back to school, doing well and thriving, right?
Always a pleasure, Kiyoshi. Hope so.
All right, thanks for coming in. We'll take a quick break here. We'll be right back.